Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gears Pro League. I'm Blaze, joined with the fantastic Colin the Crow Clark, as we just got done wrapping up our first series of the day where Rebel came out on top in their matchup against Team Queso. And we saw epic game number 5 between Casa de Papel and Fury 1, where Casa de Papel took that one in a 3-2 fashion. Now it's time to move on to our second set of games on the main stage. We got PK going up against Northern Forces, and we got a chance to see PK last night play up against E United, and they looked real good. We also got a little glimpse of Northern Forces in their map 5 up against Rebel, where they didn't look too hot, and they almost made a reverse sweep against them. It was almost a clean reverse sweep. They had lost 300 to 185, then they lost 6-2. Then they end up beating Rebel 6-2 and winning 300 to 185, but lose 6-3 in that game 5. So in the end, these two teams, they had, a good day one in the Pro League. Well, at least when it comes down to, being tested and having competition and getting warmed up for day 2 in this series, where Northern Forces, they're the underdogs, Colin.
They are indeed the underdogs, and let's take a look at that roster made up of what could only be described as anything but underdogs. We have Rocky, one of the most passionate men to have ever picked up the sticks, that really wants to come out with a victory. We have Cellz, the man in the middle, the monster, the myth, the legend himself. My dad, KennyBounce, baby, one of the only players, actually the only player to have won in every competitive Gears title in basically the last 5 iterations, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, yeah, you got that man. You got Lava, multi-time world champion, with the starting off of that Denial roster way back when in Gears Ultimate Edition. But the voice of God says I could talk for half an hour, and I could do that alone on just my dad himself, KennyBounce. But I don't think the people want to hear me talk about Kenny for half an hour.
Hey, I'm here for it, okay? I'm down to hear the history of Kenny, as long as you always go to the beginning of that history. Some of my favorite times, to ever live. But as we move on over towards the Pittsburgh Knights, you got Raver, Dezonide, Identivez, and Fearzly, the LATAM super group, okay, of players, of icons that we have seen from this region time and time again, on the main stage in grand finals, looking to get them a chip in the last split, going into our last major. They're looking to do just that. And so far, the team has been looking solid, Colin. I must say so.
That team has looked really fantastic ever since the homecoming of Identivez. That's how I kind of coined it a few weeks ago, because he gets to go back up with his buddy Dezonide on the team.
I like that.
Named the Pittsburgh Knights. So I look at it as kind of a homecoming. They're taking one more run at it. They're going to give it its best go possible to try to win the final major of Gears 5 Esports, of Gears Esports for now, because, we all know one thing. It might be Cher and cockroaches that outlive the nuclear apocalypse, but it'll be Gears that will come back from it.
Yeah, it definitely will be. Now, let's take a look at our player matchup going into this series. We're going to have Raver being matched up against Cellz. And, the one number that I can see here that's pretty even is kill participation. Only you got Cellz winning that in the matchup for his squad. But on the top, the other number that stands out, Raver being in that all-star class of the top 8 KDAs in our league in 6th position.
Yeah, the reason I really wanted this to kind of be highlighted for everybody at home is because, to me, this really tells the tale of two different teams. The fact that Raver's sitting up there with a 2.45, he's getting a ton of production with his teammates, whereas I think Cellz is having to struggle a little bit more to find those kills and those assists because the Northern Forces have not reached their peak yet. They haven't gotten to the top of their entirety of talent. But I do believe that Cellz is the man that can get them there. Cellz, to me, has more talent than just about a boatload. He's like the Titanic. If it was filled with talent, it never sunk. That man is unsinkable, in my opinion. He's one of the best players on the planet. I love to watch him roll out of spawn. Every time he goes off, he pops off, and I lose my absolute 2 brain cells that I got left. I have to rub them together real hard to make them make some magic, but it's going to happen. I promise you.
With the few brain cells I have left, I can confidently tell everybody, I think Cellz has some of the most untapped potential that we've seen out of any player in our league. And, I'm always curious to see what he's going to do next and how he's going to evolve going up into a major. So excited to see the Cellz in which we are going to see today. Now it's time to see the battlefield in which these two teams are going to be playing on, as we got district control being banned out, reactor control taken out as well. We move on over to the executions, no clock tower, no Afira, and then finally no harbor escalation. With all that being said, our cycle is going to start to look like Regency.
Knew that was coming. I saw that.
Check out Vasgar, Speyer, and a little tomb there to close it out. All right, Colin, how you feeling about this?
I look at it this way. You're not going to play the Pittsburgh Knights without having to play either Regency or Checkout. With the way their picks and bans have been this year, you end up having to deal with them on both. Northern Forces understand how Pittsburgh Knights like to play Regency, so they might have a better understanding of how to counter that. The thing that worries me, though, is 2, 3, and 4. The Knights are damn near world beaters. They are the monstars of those 3 maps in my book.
Yeah, and if I'm a fan of Northern Forces, they need to come away with maps 3 or maps 4. Actually, you know what? I take that back. They need to win map 1 Regency control. And the reason why is that I don't give them a chance on Checkout. They're going to have a chance, but I think Checkout is PK. I'm just that scared of PK. I get goosebumps watching them play that map. And then you have to move on over to playing a PK team on the Escalation game mode. That's going to be difficult. Then you got to move on and play them on Speyer control. That's one of their better control maps, if you ask me. We see it people banning against them a lot, all right? And then you go on over towards a tomb execution in a game 5. Northern Forces have to get in that map number 1, and then they're going to have to work for 3 maps to take PK down on some of the best fields in which they play on. And if they can do that, then they can make it to the map 5 and try to close it out on tomb execution. And so let's lead on over into our predictions. And so as you guys heard me kind of breaking that one down, that sounds like a tall task for Northern Forces, okay? If I'm talking about PK, I'm saying that, hey, PK, they got this clear cut within 4. I don't see it going 5 when I'm talking about PK. When I'm putting my money down for them, I think that they got the Vasgar. I think that they got the Speyer, and I'm pretty sure they can close out 1, if not 2. And I know they got the Checkout, right? So, hey, my vote is for PK. They're looking like the better team on paper. They look like the better team historically, and I think we're going to see them as the better team tonight. Colin, how you feeling?
The Northern Forces have got my dad. The Northern Forces have got Cellz, who I just finished pumping up quite heavily. I had the air pump out. I was trying to give him a head bigger than mine, and that's hard to do with how fat I am. I'll tell you that much, brother. You'd think I'd pick the Northern Forces, but for once in my life, I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Knights, Blaze.
What? Hold up. Is it because Northern Forces, is that like Canada and not technically USA, so you're not going for them? Is that what it is? Okay.
No,
it's against the contract?
I will explain to Cellz exactly how I explained to him exactly how I'm about to explain it to you.
Because you never go for PK. It has to be weird, right? You never go for PK.
I need a better conversion rate out of them before I can start picking them in matchups, especially if I want to be able to confidently pick them. They can have incredible series time and time again and get to the edge, the preface of that victory. I just can't good conscious with who they're going up against, pick them against the Knights right now. No, I just can't, and I refuse to do that. I refuse to lie to myself and my dad by picking them in this matchup.
Yeah, nah, it wouldn't be right at that point. You putting your own reputation on the line, Colin, because I'm gonna be looking at you crazy, okay? Because then at that point, I'm disowning everybody. I'm like, oh no, you dog. If you making decisions like that,
what happened,
okay?
Colin?
All right, out of just heart and love. Nah, we gonna need some logical decisions here on the stage, okay? Even when I make my Swami call-outs, okay? It's a lot of logic in it. I just don't got time to break the logic down. But it's a lot of logic in it. In the end, we are all aligned with the Pittsburgh Knights. Chat, come on, join the pack. Yeah, come on, black and yellow. What's up? All right, spark it up. We out here, and we are all aligned with the Pittsburgh Knights. So, Northern Forces, you're going to have to cool us off because everybody's hot in alignment. Now, going into map number 1, Regency Control, I think Northern Forces is going to have a great start at the Rose Garden, Colin, and from there, get a good rotation of P2. And as they find themselves up, then the hard part starts. Stay in there.
Well, not just staying there, but trying to find kills there, because one of the things that happens with the Pittsburgh Knights so much more often than not, is they're so good at retakes. They're so good at getting into a team's face and making them pay for any little mistake at any portion of the map. So you got to be able to get into the hill and then just solidify it for kill after kill after kill.
Solidify for kill after kill after kill. Okay, Colin, remind me after this one to give the chat a Leaflections update. I think they're going to be surprised about something. All right?
Uh-oh, is Leaflections dead?
Just remind me to give them an update after the chat, okay?
Oh, no.
After this match,
no,
okay?
GG! Rip Baroni and
Oh my God, I know
pizza.
Taylor's watching too. You know, I don't know when the next time I'm gonna cast. I don't cast with him. I think like maybe next week or the week after that. So I got to give an update sooner rather than later. As we are on board with KennyBounce, and you know, some may say he got updated right there, but I'll say that he just kind of lost that battle with ease, as PK will collapse down on the rest of the Northern Forces members, as we need to get the scoreboard flip-flopped as well.
You know,
Here
just
we go.
technical stuff. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. Don't worry, baby. We'll get it.
Well, maybe we had it. Maybe I just blinked wrong and it was different. I don't know. He just caught me, and then we didn't see nothing. All I see is a great PK start coming out for them. It's just it was the color logos that got me. That's all. It was the blue on Northern.
It's that sky blue got
It's
the
the
best
sky
of you.
blue on Northern, right? I saw sky blue. I thought Cog. That's all.
You saw that Carolina Tar Heel blue, and you said, "What am I even looking at?"
Yeah, right. I said this is the voice of God. I was like, production, get your stuff together. And it's me. It's my fault. I failed. All right, chat. Now, who is succeeding is Northern Forces. Colin, so far, they got a tie game on hill number 1. You know, PK
P1.
being petty, they got 3 points off it. They said you ain't gonna have to lead the whole time. They also found a kill on Cellz.
Look,
And
I'm not
he
gonna
had
lie
an
to you.
opportunity to get out of that position.
PK just might have made me a bigger fan by making it even 30. You know me and my even numbers, man. I hate it when people. And I hate it when people leave with like 27, 28. I'm like, just get it to 30. Get it to 25.
Round it up one time for me, please. Thank you.
Give me easily manipulated mathematical numbers, please.
That way you can do your notes a lot easier too as well. Now, as we see, Rocky has been taking some notes himself. What a beautiful back A shot there to shut down Raver. Now you're gonna have Northern Forces wrap towards the spawn. Raver don't have a lot of shots left in that clip. He gets taken down. The kill cleaned up, and Northern Forces should be able to clear out Dezonide and Identivez. Identivez taken out. Dezonide hops into no man's land, and Northern Forces, they should be able to get themselves a lead in this position. I think a new M-bar is going to be coming up soon. Fearzly trapped between 2 players. Can't make anything happen there. Yes, it is. Right on time.
Lancer angle to the backside toward Rocky. He's going to get Lancered out. He's going to get taken down. 58-47. Knights barely lead it here. Kenny's going to be rotating to the bottom side of the map, going toward P3 here. He's going to try to get this early position over here because that's very hard to retake if you're coming from the top side. You have to go very wide, and you have to make a lot of people miss as you try to get kill after kill. Kenny's going to the top of the middle stairs. They've already got 1 kill. They could get a few here and try to settle down the tea kettle of this retake from the side of the Knights.
Yeah, they could. And I think they are. Dezonide gets caught out. And so this is a comfortable spot for Northern Forces. They got 2 players in the spawn. They got 1 on top of the hill. The next thing that they're looking to do is figure out the respawn. Start counting numbers. Player 5 does not know the 2 players up top just yet. But we can see as they rotate back, Northern Forces, they got the intel that they needed to fill in the gaps for Lava to be able to watch the right angles as they are able to get a kill, stagger PK once again. Player 6 should see player 4 across the map, so they know that, hey, the spawn came in from across. We still got majority of our numbers up top. We're getting all this hill time. Worst thing that happens for PK is that they lose a player right off the start of this retake, and then they just stay set up for the hill that they already have. The best thing to happen for Northern Forces is that they actually lose this fight. Because I think they lose this fight, they get better respawns, they get better positioning for next, and PK actually just gives it up. And that was the best thing that they could have did, because they are already in the best possible positions they could be in. They're only going to lose out by about 40 or so points, and you take a little bit less risk this way.
You're trying to do a risk-reward calculator right here. You're basically saying, if y'all take this, I'll take that. Let's see what they can do here as the next rotation comes in off of the respawn. They got to get to that T-table. They've done a good job thus far of keeping it very much in their favor and winning the rotations early. They're doing a good job of making me eat my own words. I'll see if they can continue this length, though, because one of the things that has been surprising to me early on is how inefficient the Pittsburgh Knights' team fire has been thus far.
Yeah, it's been kind of non-existent. Kenny gets taken out. Cellz in a hill with help, but it's a 3v2. Now a 3v3 as Rocky catches Raver off guard. And you see the duo in the hill stay alive as long as they can, but Dezonide makes it a 1v1. Fearzly just joins the fight. And now you're going to have Kenny on the flip side for Northern Forces. 2v2 situation. Rocky, Kenny. Rocky has to be more aggressive to let Kenny in, but instead they get choked up on the cover. And PK will find 2 as well as an M-bar.
See what they can do here is Dezonide's going to rotate to the front side of the T-table. They're going to have a ton of points off of this hill so far because of how good and efficient they have been with this initial and now the early retake. Coming in from the Northern Forces, setting up 3 deep, looking for these angles. Haven't been able to find one just yet. Raver's going to get shot on here down to the bottom middle. Dezon's going to chase out toward him and just try to continue to mount up the offensive retake here in the middle of the map. Try to keep them off of balance.
Oh, almost connects with that. Didn't have enough charge left on the M-bar for that perfect timing. Cellz, 2 great shots on Fearzly. Man advantage, Northern Forces. They need to make themselves, they need to get themselves on over towards the spawn of Cog, and they will. They are set up for fountains. PK, they spawn across map, and they need to be aggressive now. They can't wait for player 1 to get in position. They need to start this fight sooner rather than later. Do they got some time on a rotation? Yeah, like a little bit, but you just use the nades and the shock. The shock isn't deep enough. Kenny's able to change positions there. Both nades were tossed off the start, I believe. A great shot from Dezonide.
Dezonide's going to try to make this happen here around the flank of that Rocky box, and he's going to be able to get some shots on, but now he's going to break back down. Lava up top is going to have the extra angle. He's going to be looking for these shots here. Won't be able to find the first 2 to go. Now they're going to be trying to get Dezonide back into the hill to look back up top because they continue to hold on to the short respawn. This is the thing that's going to be nerve-wracking because they're going to have to deal with a ton of reinforcements from the Northern Forces every time they come back off a respawn. But now they've got to collapse on them, and that's the best possible spot for the side of the Pittsburgh Knights. They rotate to the top side of the stairs. They get a couple of kills. They got 2 more to deal with. The back side of the hill, but there's the downs. Northern Forces with a beautiful retake.
A beautiful retake indeed. They won't stop fighting. Okay, they got a lot of heart, this team. And as long as they got this lead, they're feeling like their best selves. They feel they got a little extra confidence. Cellz put the M-bar on his back. Kenny couldn't make it there in time. He'll win his 1v1. But can he take another kill to the grave? He can't. He distracted 2 players. That allows his teammates to... They should have got the nades in that moment. When 2 people were shooting Kenny, they had to move down and get those nades, but they didn't have a great assessment on the personnel that was in front of them. Instead, it's going to be PK picking up all the power weapons. We'll see what they can do with them. Nades will be in the hands of Identivez. M-bar not in play anymore, and it's going to be PK set up at couches. They got coverage down low at gold on P3. And we see Northern Forces, they're gonna do a 3-1. 3 up top, 1 on the mid stairs. Pretty standard. They'll leave Kenny in this position by himself.
Identivez is going to throw 1 frag to the front, throws the second one to the backside. Yeah, really not as pretty as you'd like to see out of him, but they're going to get the kills anyway because it's going to herd them into the right spots. It's going to herd them.
Yeah, right into the open. So it was good. You know, it still got the job done. If it was a better nade, he would have got a triple kill, but he gets 1, so it was an okay nade in that situation. Still great for what they needed. Now, Kenny looking to get back to the fight. All he can do for his team is just occupy 1 player so they have a clean 3v3. And in that clean 3v3 fight, first down goes way of PK. They get the second, and then Lava can't handle the 1v3. Kenny was able to be aggressive and win his 1v1, but he doesn't have the teammates left that he needs to be able to have an impact on that hill. They'll have to chalk up the rest of this time to PK as they take the lead. Northern Forces, they need to think about what they've done well in the first half, Colin, and get ready for the second rotation.
They've got to get really good really quickly if they want to try to stop off the re-rotation from the Pittsburgh Knights at 181 to 155. That next hill is going to spawn here momentarily back down at that mid-rose garden. Cellz is already awaiting there. It's going to be a 2v2 split. Kenny's going to get one. If he can get this 2v2 right here, yeah, this 2v1, he can get it to go and do a fantastic job, but he's not going to be able to get the secondary one. So the Knights will have the push from both mid and left side. This is where it's going to get interesting as Rocky has the flank on the 2 players in the mid. Let's see if Rocky can get into position just in time.
Almost decided to shoot that shot, but he found a better one. Identivez takes down Cellz, sees 2 members through the smoke. A little pre-fire at Kenny over the top. It'll keep him at bay. Cellz off the respawn. He's marked off already. He's like, you're looking at me already? Identivez tickles him with the M-bar. Keeps Cellz at bay. He won't be a factor there in that mid lane, and you'll get a smoke tossed over the top. Hill's not contested just yet. A beautiful shot through the smoke for Identivez. 2 left in the clip. He'll get a 3rd. Looking for another. And there's Cellz. He said, you want some more? I got you.
Cellz is one of the best slayers on the planet and continues to prove it each and every time he rolls out of spawn. Beautiful job there to continue to try to give Northern Forces an opportunity to win this map 1, but the Pittsburgh Knights have just done everything correct at this point in juncture. Cannot see anything going back against them right now as it's a 70-point differential, and they are just slicing and dicing these 3 players from the Northern Forces trying to get into position to try to hold down P2.
2 easy kills cleaned up for Raver, as the hill will transition up top towards Brochure. And in our first set of hills, it was Northern Forces who were able to tie up that first hill 50-50 and then put themselves in a good position over here at Brochure to get themselves up in the lead. And even, you know, still put themselves in a good fight across map at gold. But ever since that P4 hill, it's been all PK, 5 and P5 and P6. So far, 4 hills in a row, the Knights have been thriving, and I don't see Northern Forces able to kind of slow them down. If they're going to be able to do anything, it starts with Lava and his M-bar.
Lava's going to have to go absolutely huge for a squad. 40 seconds to go, 30 seconds to win, so a 10-second differential between the hill and the actual game clock. They get the neutralization needed just for now.
A great shot, a great shot!
Ooh, he needs to find another one, but the nades are starting to come through as well. Kenny gets 1 kill. Now 35 seconds to go. Northern Forces looking to get another set of slays here. Wasn't going to get the first, aren't going to get the second, though. They get all of them as instead, and they are now settling in to try to get back into this position.
Great shots there from Lava to be able to break that setup. He misses on that next shot of the M-bar. He has to get across map with his team, and they need to take the spawn. They have numbers. Dezo trapped. Not trapped anymore. Almost came away with 2, but put some damage on that next player. That allows Raver to think quickly. But now he has to react quickly as he's getting pressed by 2. That's a good Lancer fire. But it wasn't enough to get the down. He tried to get the down and get a well-timed switch of the weapon. Close the gap, at least come away with 1. Only 1 M-bar shot left for Lava. Creeping the fence. Connects on the body, gets the kill. The shot, he's out as he's going to close the gap. Presses PK back down the stairs. Northern Forces are on the rise, Colin, as they seem to be thriving over these last 2 hills, getting a good spree of kills off the back of Lava and that M-bar. They're going to have to make sure they get him another one.
Getting up over that 200-point marker is going to be the paramount position right now because still down by about 70, give or take a few seconds. And this hill can actually really get them within the ball game because of how much time is left on it. This is going to be interesting simply because of the retake from Pittsburgh Knights has not been as succinct as maybe they want it to be. They're going to continue to get kills. They are going to continue to pressure out the side of Northern Forces, but they're not going to get enough
Raver.
kills, and Pittsburgh Knights needed to go a little bit bigger in that situation.
Yeah, Raver missed his shot. He walked up to that pile that Kenny went to go revive, misses that shot. He gets blindsided, and then from there, I think it was Fearzly. He didn't have an opportunity to make a play, but Cellz, we talk about untapped potential, and he's popped the cork in the second half of this map. Nice double kill for him. He has a flank too. Some solid shots. Letting the M-bar player know that he's there. Beautiful nades, maybe even a team kill. No team kills coming through. Well placed there by Lava. PK scurrying They don't know what to do in a situation. They're being hunted as the Northern Forces. They're gonna turn up the heat just a bit.
I mean, they're going to be cooking with peanut oil at this point right now, Blaze. They're trying to melt it off right now. It's at 271, 238, only a 32 differential, or excuse me, bad math, 33 differential, Colin.
It's okay. You're casting with me. You don't got to ever clarify yourself about things like that. Come on.
Just worry, all right? I'm dumb enough as it is, my man. I don't need this.
One of us got to be smart, right? Well, we're seeing a smart play come out for the Knights as they take the 2v1 on the stairs. Cellz trap. Oh, Cellz finds a way to uncap the pressure, but just barely. Just barely. Kenny couldn't get there in time. Kenny finds a double down, but couldn't stay alive long enough to finish it off. The effort is there from Northern Forces, but they can't lose another fight. The cross angle.
They've got to be perfect for the rest of this game, Blake.
They are.
This is where things is going to start off right here at the L table. Two players on the other side of the L.
Ooh.
Back A by Rocky, looking for a secondary one on the Raver. Raver gets shot on the top.
Lava
goes on the flank and gets taken down.
Lava trapped in a corner. 2 precision shots with the shotty. And we talked about Northern Forces having to work smarter, not harder. They feel it here. They can feel the comeback rising. But player 6 has to make a move. He has to go quick, too. I don't know why. Kenny needs to just get to that hill and have a presence there. If not, what you gonna do? Push up the mid stairs together? Maybe they can choose 3. They're choosing to send 3. Cellz is by himself. This is a huge play from Dezonide. You see how he goes towards the middle?
He's trying to bait out that player toward the middle, trying to get him back into the hallway to go up top. They can't run past him. Cellz out.
Inbar in the hands of Rocky. His shot comes down. Dezonide may have hurt his teammate a little bit. Northern Forces still make it through. Some last-second nades and flashes hit the dirt. 1v1 situation. Dezo, he goes down to Cellz. 63 seconds on the hill. Northern Forces, they're sprinting down. 2 points needed by PK. That uncapped potential is just oozing on over there on the left side of our screen. As Cellz raining down hellfire on the stairs. PK, what you gonna do? It's your last attempt. A beautiful short flash, stuns 3 players. The angles are there, but can the kills get cleaned up? A flank comes through. The Northern Forces will rise to the top of the scoreboard. They win map number 1, 300 to 298.
Blaze, have I cursed the Pittsburgh Knights? Did I?
Yo, Cellz said, I'm gonna take a picture, Colin. You better wait for it.
No, he told me he was gonna.
He said, I'm gonna take a picture, Colin.
He said, I'm gonna clip it.
I'm gonna clip it. Hey, it's map 1 in the books. Your MVP, over 20k damage there for Cellz. Man, he let it all loose there in that last half of that map to bring it in for his team. Now, Northern Forces, they're gonna have to stay up. They're gonna have to stay on top. But man, what a great start that was. As we talked about their win condition in this series, I was adamant about how they had to win map number 1 against PK, because when we go into checkout, Colin, you know, it's looking like PK's battleground. But man, Northern Forces, after winning a map like that, they good for anything over the next 4.
Cellz is gonna go. I get this weird feeling that he's gonna go mid lane and he's gonna be popping off everybody. As we look at these replays here, Blaze, the thing that I guess, how do I put this? The Knights are playing tonight when they're at their most worrying. When I see them play like this, because they're playing much more individualistically. They're playing much more as we supposed to win this, not we need to win this. Does that make sense? Like, you saw them against the United last night. How many times were people taking unnecessary 1Vs, taking bad rotations? Almost 0, nil, none, nada, zilch. We didn't see a lot. They just took every fight on the map. Just every single fight they could find, they were going to take.
It's the respect factor, right? Is us feeling like we should win this one, okay? Like, we can, you know, have a mid-tier series and they feel like they should come out on top with this win, but Northern Forces said it ain't that easy. We know how to play good gears. We know how to close out a map when we're up. And even when they wasn't up, they know how to clutch up too, right? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
what a clutch up.
Just incredible. Just an incredible map 1. I look back at some of these plays and Northern Forces, they come out on top. And it's not really definitive, but they had to come back from the depth. They were down by over 80 or 90 points at one point.
Man, they truly was, you know. They truly was. And did I just see that Letnick voted for PK? Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
No. It's just Prime Gaming tab. It's just Prime Gaming.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. Trouble in paradise.
She's already revoked all of mine.
Yo, right? But it wasn't. I'm just capping. I'm capping. I didn't see that.
I'm grounded. I don't get there's no phone.
Right?
No Game Boy, no nothing, bro. I don't get to do nothing. I can't even retreat to my
That's why I
room.
don't vote. That's why I don't vote if we being honest. You know, I don't vote because I know the consequences now. All right.
How come you aren't in trouble? You pick PK and you aren't in trouble, but I pick PK and I get grounded.
Because, you know, I didn't kind of shaped it into being like a psychological thing. Like, yeah, I'm just betting against you to make you better. You know what I'm saying? Like, just adding that pressure on your back. We don't praise half-assness around here. That's not the IBN way, okay? If you want to be victorious, you better earn that. And if you an underdog, we gonna let you know you an underdog. And if that don't make you feel too good about it, then come out here and win. I don't think Northern Forces felt good about being an underdog in map number 1. We were all stacked up against them. So it's a culture over there on that team that came from somewhere because these guys don't give up. Okay, they don't give up. They just keep fighting. They always in it. They just go back to the basics and they're playing some good gears. I don't know where they learned it from.
Honest to God, how good was Lava on his rotations in map 1?
His M-bar, like, Lava was so clutch. I keep my
second monitor up right here, and I'm just watching replay. Like, I'm watching the match back, like, 4 or 5 minutes played. And I keep seeing Lava finding the extra hallway. He's finding mid-hallway. He's finding mid-cut, where he's getting to a spot where I don't know if the Knights are not necessarily not expecting him, but he's getting initial damage or he's getting early shots onto somebody that's sending... Right there, he sends Fearzly.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
Fearzly goes from 100% to 40% before he can blink an eye.
But Lava's superpower, right, is like off the respawn, he takes the shortest distance to being the most impactful point of interest, okay? He takes the shortest distance to be in the fight every single time. Like, you kill him, he's back there. Even if he's across map and he has a sight line with his Lancer, he is still a part of that fight and he is able to get back into it and put that damage out there. Like, after winning championships, after being as consistent as he has been throughout multiple titles, he is one of the best players at doing that. And so, you know, it just makes Northern Forces a harder team to beat.
They're going to be difficult to beat. Going into this map, too, I'll be curious to see which version of the Knights we get, whether it's the Knights that, you know, they're going to come out and play very team-oriented, Lancer for one another, try to get up into the faces of their opponents and get kills early. Or if they're going to take fights, separated and soloed out, because, again, I said I had a feeling that Cellz might go into that mid lane and just cause a ton of chaos and cause a ton of problems for their opponents. That could very well happen. If somebody chows him every single round, Cellz is going to feast and not famine, I think.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I think Cellz has to have an impact on that platform, right? And so we know what that matchup is going to be. It's a Cellz versus Raver matchup. And, you know, when one is hot, they can completely shut down the other, all right? Cellz can do it to Raver. Raver can do it to Cellz. It just depends on who's going to get off to an early start. But when that doesn't work out, so if Cellz, let's say Cellz comes out and we see more of that untapped potential out here on a big stage, he's shutting down Raver, then you're going to see PK focus on Dezonide out wide, okay? They're going to go shift up their strategy. Then from that point on, it's up to Rocky to shut down Dezonide. Rocky in that back lane is going to have to keep a Lancer over his head at all times at the beginning of every single round. That's the one part about that back lane position on checkout. Literally, your job, your number one job is to find your guy, mark him, pre-fire. Just pre-fire the whole time. Keep reloaded. Just feather that trigger until you get a hit marker, then let it rip. And then from time to time, you take the inside angle too as well, because that's technically the better angle that you have, but you want that back lane to feel uncomfortable. You know, because you think about ways in which you can give the player on the platform an advantage, and you either give him an advantage by assisting him with the shots, but if you assist him with your shots, he may be taking shots from the back lane as well. So you could just shut him down and just let it be as even as possible for that guy and let the inside players play together. no matter what is going to be done, no matter how these squads are going to be adjusting to what their opponent throws at them, one thing is for sure, this map number 2 is going to be epic. Northern Forces up 1-0 in the series as the undefeated Pittsburgh Knights under threat of taking their first loss right now. Let it marinate. Just let the music go.
I'm having a hard time being
don't ding.
Well behaved.
Don't ding.
Well
just let it loose, bro. Like if you want to go wild, go wild.
Here, man. No,
go wild. Like, Northern Forces up 1-0, Colin. If you want to talk it with your chest, say it with your chest.
No. I'm not talking about that. I just got the notification on my phone where Rebel wants to tag us about picking Team Queso during the
did you see my response?
You know, I was going to respond to you that it's hard to pick them in Pro League when we can't ever pick them on Sundays in a major. You know, it's just weird. It's just weird. It makes it real difficult.
Man! Yo, Colin! Yo, we got the player shooting on screen. You can be shooting shots as well. Dezonide, he's trapped, having to back up. Raver's down, and Lava with the snipe on his back. Rocky at his front. The 1-2 combo finds another headshot. A 3v2 situation for the boys of Northern Forces as they're up 1. Looking to go up 1 in rounds as well if they can trade out these numbers.
They're going to have to find a pick or at least a bot. Lava needs to play for body shots right here. That's a beautiful body shot. No switch to the snub. He doesn't go for the finish. He just goes to the body shot. Now he backs up with Rocky and Kenny. Still alive for the squad. Now Lava's backing up, looking for another angle. Fearzly, Raver playing to the backside of the checkout. Identivez and Dezo down for the squads. Lava tagged up a little bit, misses that next shot. 4 shots to go. He's got plenty of ammo for this situation. He's got plenty of ammo and plenty of time. Kenny picks up the new flash. I like this. Kenny's going to use that flash to break into this next position, to break into this next fight. This is where Raver's going to try to take his opportunity. He's going to try to roll up on Rocky. Raver is going to go down. Fearzly's going to go down, and 1-0. Northern Forces, they get the first round of the second map and are on their way to just devastating a lot of people's points.
Yeah, just devastating the hopes of the Latin American fans, right? Just, you know, just shocking the league in general. It's not even about the LatAm fans, okay? It's not like the U.S. fans was rooting for Northern for Northern Forces. You know, I was going to say Northern America for some reason. I don't know. But it's not like the NA fans was rooting for them either, all right? Everybody was against Northern Forces. They out here on the island by themselves. Raver gets the incendiaries, and he'll take down Rocky. I did see the frags be picked up by Kenny, if I'm not mistaken. He's trying to save his teammate. He shall, for a brief second. 2v2. Lava's trapped. Kenny couldn't get the cutoff nade on Identivez, and instead he's in a 1v2. He won't be able to win it. And that's actually, I want to give a lot of credit to Dezonide and Identivez right there, because they were in a difficult spot.
In a very difficult spot, and somehow find a way to come out of that sticky situation and tie
Good job,
up 1-1.
Muy buena.
Muy buena indeed by the Pittsburgh Knights to get those kills to come out of that spot, just like they did there. Coming in, oh no, we're watching a replay. Lava, that, I mean, he's got to get out of there, but he gets his foot caught by that long shot. That is never a good thing, because that's, you know, that's a guaranteed 60 damage.
60 damage every single time. Multiple smokes are out. Maybe not enough flashes in this situation, but in this smoke screen and chaos, 2 kills come out for Northern Forces, make it 3, and there's the 4th. It was a winning strategy for them through the fog. They look pretty comfortable right there.
2-1, Northern Forces back on top here, looking to make another message being sent early in this game. Up 2-1, looking to go up 3-1. If they can get another back-to-back round win for their side here, as we're going to come out of spawn on board with the Northern Forces this time.
Now Cellz, your front spawn, matched up against Raver. The first flash, I think, was even tossed by Northern, but Cellz couldn't get up. He was stunned before he hit the hop up. An incendiary on Lava, he just dodges. The wide is open for PK, but Cellz goes forward for 2. He gets a 3rd as well, and there's the round. Uncorking the potential. Tap it into the depths of his soul. Cellz puts his team in a position once again to overtake the Knights. Colin, he out to prove a point today.
Cellz is a gall. Fans is a gall.
And at the end of this match, he may get the D on the end of that one, all right? We're going to find out.
Right, sir. I'm going to give him I might give him an AW in the middle, too. I might just extend that whole sucker out.
Well, he got to earn that.
Gall that he is a gall. All right, I'll go on gall that he is a gall.
On gall, you see Kenny with the double kill, and Northern Forces up 4-1.
Good gracious.
Shoot, they ain't playing around, y'all. They truly not. 2 quick rounds coming out for them. Lava, 5,000 damage to his name, 9 assists, doing a fantastic job at a back pillar, being an anchor for his team, a pillar of damage when he picks up the scope. So, this is what we're talking about when PK gets dominated on the inside. They need Deza to go off on the outside. And I think Raver took an immediate cut that way. Identivez is with him. Cellz, does he have a short flash? He doesn't. Lava's there with the pre-fire on the Lancer. Kenny on a platform, knowing that he had an opening. And he says, hey, if you want to put your focus out wide, don't forget about me, because I'll make a play. 5-1 for Northern Forces.
Northern Forces looking to take us into the break here. 6-1, 2-0. They're looking to dominate this go and make everything miserable for fans of the Pittsburgh Knights. And I might have cursed them. I might have made this just too much for them to overcome. If the curse is real, man, I'm riding that into oblivion. I'm riding that into the grand finals of the Final 8.
By picking them?
No, just by cursing whoever I don't want to win.
Oh. Here we go. Cellz out wide in the secondary. That's Nade will stun. Rocky will catch Dezonide on the exit. 3v3 though. Cellz will fall to Identivez. Rocky with confidence holds the right trigger. Holds the L trigger. Bing bop. Boom. He gets 3. And Northern Forces will hip hop scotch their way to a 2-0 lead against the Pittsburgh Knights. And this ain't playful. It ain't nothing funny about it, especially if you was going for the yellow. They just got blackened up, Colin, and it was led by your man Lava, our man Lava. +2, 11 assists, the most damage to his name. Northern Forces, can they close this series out? Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we got to head on over to Vasgar and see if they can keep pace. Yo, welcome back to the Gears Pro League as we are about to head into map number 3 between Northern Forces and the Pittsburgh Knights, with Northern Forces, hear this, up 2-0. Man, what a crazy start to this series, Colin. How did they make it to this point?
Well, one of the things that Northern Forces has done better tonight than I've seen them ever do is just the sheer team fire ability that they have gotten to go for them. Getting shots onto the same player, shooting the same marks, making sure that nobody comes into fights uninjured has been their saving grace time and time again. And they are just dominating that stat line because of that stat itself. If you could almost see a totality of damage done or damage accrued by assists, that is the thing that is the most impressive, and I think that's the stat that's winning them the day right now.
That does sound like it's about right there. Man, you talk about, we go from such a close map to such a blowout at map number 2. You could tell that PK was still kind of feeling the effects of that map number 1. They were still feeling that residualness right there of that devastating loss, one that they weren't expecting to lose to check out what we said it was their best map. You can go back and watch the VOD. In the pregame, me and Colin like, we're Northern Forces. That's the one map they don't get. That's the one map that ain't nobody gonna touch them on. And then a 6-1 PK. I said it. Okay, I didn't see him doing it. But now we're here. And now I'm gonna set up the next storyline.
Uh-oh. Are you gonna say that I'm gonna beat him on Vasgar?
Close it out. I'm gonna say close it out. Because you didn't close it out last night when you won 2 in a row. Okay? Close it out today. And that was up against Casa de Papel. No, that was up against Rebel. Sorry. That was up against Rebel. They didn't close it out. Well, close it out today up against PK, Northern Forces, because you here and you in a good spot. But you got 3 maps to do it. On the flip side, PK, hey, they about to, I don't know, they about to, you know what? They remind me of Piccolo when he takes off the hoodie.
The cape.
When Piccolo take off the cape, boom.
Cloak? Is it a cape or
you know what
cloak?
I'm saying? It's weighted. You know, they taking the weight off their shoulders. They taking the jerseys off. PK playing in white beaters right now. All right? They in white beaters and glasses. They done took the contacts off. All right? They ready to go. They ready to scrap. And so we'll see if they can make this comeback.
Uh-oh.
Colin's just like, I'm waiting for it to happen.
I did say that I was going to curse them, but I don't know how much I can. Like, I don't know how strong the curse is.
So do we still think a curse is needed for Northern Forces to win this series after they just won 2 maps? Do we need a curse?
Yeah, but is that what's causing them to win the 2 maps, man? Like, you got to
what's causing them to win the 2 maps is Cellz. Like, if you want to call, you can call that untapped potential what you want. Call it a curse. If y'all want to call Cellz a curse, what's the curse's name in Jutsu Kaisen? Okay, what's their names? I don't know. You know, because I know
Curse speak.
I know when I see the letters. Okay, I got a visual presentation of it when I do subtitles. I don't know, my brain works differently, but nonetheless, you know, hey, call Cellz what you want. And then call Lava in that map too, which was a fantastic map too. Okay, Cellz and Lava popped off already. And so if you telling me that Kenny and Rocky ain't feeling that Kenny and Rocky somewhere over these next 3 maps can't close it out for them, hey, I think we crazy. I think they can do it.
That to me will always be the worrying thing. Again, we've seen it time and time again throughout history. Teams get to a point where they got to close, and that's when things get really tough for them, really difficult for them. I'm hoping this is not that same situation, because that was the thing that I was talking to Cellz about earlier when I was getting a chance to play with him on stream. I said, hey, man, the reason I'm not picking y'all is I just haven't seen y'all close out the way that I've seen other teams close out. And if I start to see that, if I start to see you guys close out, I'll feel much better about picking y'all against anybody.
If they can win one of these next 2 maps in a fashion in which they won the first 2, I'm all in on Northern Forces. Like, I'm like, when we start having conversations with them in different series, if they take down this night squad today, we having a different conversation about them and their chances of going far in that major. We already had hope for them, but they're 0-3, and we talked about how some of these lower 0-3 teams, like Northern Forces, Digital Slayers, and I'm having a fart on the other one, but those bottom squads, they can, make a name for themselves. I think it was Fury 1 possibly. They can go high in the standings as Northern Forces rip through PK and they take the first round, Colin.
They're not slowing down. They want to end this in 3 maps. They do not want to take it to a map 4 and a map 5. They want to get this over with quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quick, fast, in a hurry, indeed. Northern Forces just locking up the Knights one after another. Now, we're going to get our basic Botox down on the map. A great round. Well, I wanted to see, I'm going to take a look at the scoreboard again. And really, it was Lava picking up where Lava got 3 kills right there. The rest of the team got their assists. Lots of damage. Rocky held off on his island fight, almost got enough for a kill there. Now, Rocky overextends just a bit. This is the position you want to hold at the top of these stairs. A little defensive nade, making sure nobody can press him just in case he got stunned. Has help from his teammate. You get a disengagement from the Pittsburgh Knights. And this is against, I guess they knew that they was going to lose 2 players on this side of the map, and they say, hey, defend our home hill. And when you guys come off the respawn, you just need to make it to this hill in time. But these 2 players, they die before the respawns come in. So now PK staggered again. You don't get staggered 3 times without losing a round. And that's it. What the hell was that? What? PK, are you here? What was that, Colin? That didn't look right.
Somebody's knocking, but nobody's home. The lights are on, but nobody is home.
PK looked lost there for a second in that round 2. I'm being honest, Chad. Am I tripping?
I'm looking at it like
I think even people who would have account recovered would have played better than that. They just not themselves.
We don't invoke that. Don't invoke that.
It's not happening. I was just saying that, like,
It was just a joke.
I was going to say that
joke.
PK don't look like themselves as someone else playing, but if someone else was playing, it still would have been a better effort. Is ultimately what I was trying to get at. You know, we don't say that AR word, you know. Then we have, you know, cyber police out here. You know, they looking through my search history, and we, God, Lord, good Lord, we don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to do that. PK, they'll get some pressure here up onto the C hill. They'll get the decap, and they'll be able to have their backs to the wall at the chopper and just focus up, get the marks, and they get to fight this from an uphill stance too as well. It's so hard to break that A hill, having to climb up the stairs when you got multiple Lancers looking down. They'll be able to find a kill, and then they'll break their setup. This is PK playing for the domination, but I like how they back up. Don't play for B. Why? You're winning. Let Northern Forces have to make this play once again.
Is this just, again, it's like making a silly play. They're just trying to make something happen. And it's not really what they have to do. They already have the 2-1. Northern Forces are getting kind of squished out here back at the home hill. All they got to do is Lancer out, get Cellz down here in a moment. Cellz in a 2v1, goes for the left-handed shot onto Dezo. Won't be able to connect the first one, gets the shot over the top, goes for the extra shot. He gets one down, but cannot get either kill to come through. And that will be the end of his run there at the home hill. And now the C hill still back under contestation again, but taken right back by the Pittsburgh Knights.
All right. PK, this has been a great hold from them thus far. And they play for a little bit more when it's time, right? Dezo almost won the 1v1. That was a great effort. His team is still grabbing kills. Raver got lost a little bit, and that's a revive. And just that quickly, it could be a reverse trip cap domination if player 6 takes his 1v1. This is a 2v1 up top. Player 5 is trying to cut back in time. Identivez staying alive, waiting for help, staying alive. Northern Forces on the counter.
Looking for the extra shot here. Fearzly's going to drop over the top and push toward Rocky. Rocky's going to continue to back up toward his own spawn. He's going to get some help here from Kenny. Kenny is going to come off a spawn. Now a third player is coming off spawn. This is where the Knights have to be careful not to go down in this situation.
Now Raver, he does fall. No one's there for the revive. Now the Knights have to press forward. They can't turtle at the A hill. They need to assess their numbers. They found a 2v1 against Cellz, but Cellz and all that untapped potential, he's able to get one. And the trickle effect is Kenny getting a little bit of damage on Dezonide. Dezonide still kind of shook from that last fight, having to chase down Cellz. Makes it easy for Kenny. Rocky, he's hip to hip with Lava. A quick revive. They bait each other out. PK, they says, you know what? We're here for all mills. We'll take the A hill. We'll make a play for C. On the other side of the map, Northern Forces, all they need is one. All they need is one. And it's up to Kenny and Cellz, the duo, to stay together. All they got to do is take down Identivez. And that should be the round. No one's going to be able to touch this B hill.
No, not at all. And that's going to be 3-0. Northern Forces still just
that's the round.
Commanding these rounds. They're not giving up player or positioning over to the side of the Knights.
None whatsoever. 3-0. And that was a round in which the Knights had that strong 2-hill setup. They had control majority of this map, and then they just kind of let it trickle away in the second half.
2 rounds away from
if you would have told me
Blaze.
that by the end of today, it was only going to be one team left undefeated in the league, I would have been like, you crazy. I would have been like, yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying, chat? Like, yeah, sure. Okay. Bet. Who? Now, if it keeps going at this pace for the next 2 rounds, it's either going to be Rise of the Pioneer sitting up top. And that's our final series of the day. What a day it's been. These last 2 days of Pro League has been absolutely epic. Northern Forces, Colin's father, being led by Colin's father, Kenny, has him speechless today. He don't know what to say. He don't know how to process it.
He's got me bamboozled right now.
You know, Cellz checked him earlier. He went into Colin's stream and says, yo, since you gonna bet against me, you better screenshot it because I'm gonna prove you wrong, Colin.
He didn't even say it in my stream. He was on my team and told me that.
Oh my God, he was playing. He was winning the game for you and telling you that at the same time.
No! I should have listened to that man. You're a bad man for that.
Yo, how many players you know that's gonna call something out and go do it? You know what I'm saying? That's some legendary stuff right there. That's the stuff that champions are made of. Now, in the moment, Northern Forces up by 20. Fearzly trying to get the decap on the home hill. He's going to have some help. The home hill of Northern Forces under siege by multiple players. Double down. The revive is there. Good flash. Stuns 3. They get this down. Now Cellz presses up. There's the cleanup. They're on the offensive. Off the back of the one flash as Cellz and all that untapped potential being tapped into when it really matters. He finds 3. And the Northern Forces keep rising. They keep charging forward. In the hearts of the fans of everyone in Gears Esports. Making us all believers. Wish upon a star if you must. 4-0.
I don't know who I am. I don't know where I am. I don't know what I did to deserve this today. But it's happening, and I'm actually kind of happy about it. Screw it.
Are you?
Yes! Have you ever seen how happy I get when my dad starts popping off?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if you here. I would have thought you lost your house on this one.
I would have
thought you bet 100K on PK.
And all of us bet on PK, so
we did, and I think we all happy to lose in a way, right?
Makes it very interesting for Pro League.
3-0 team in the league versus 0-3 team in the league. 3-0 team about to get 3-0'd. As we currently see Northern Forces.
Hold on, do you want to repeat that play?
You got it.
Kenny voted channel points on himself. My man Pete Rosen it out here. He ain't betting against himself, but he bet for himself.
Hey, you love to see it, okay? You love to see it as Kenny connects on Identivez. He'll find a kill. PK being pressed back to the spawn. E-hill cap, D-hill cap. It's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Northern Forces as they take down the Knights and give them their first loss. 5-0 on Vasgar. What a day it's been.
What a turnabout of fair play by the Northern Forces, just dominating that entire matchup. It was clean. Like Cellz has gone. Cellz went absolutely. I should have known. He did warn me. The man warned me. You ever been warned and just didn't listen to the warning?
It was so clean.
It was like reading the packaging that was like, "Hey, don't eat Tide Pods," and I was like, "But blue fluid looks delicious."
Hey man, hey, all I gotta say is that Cellz yo-yo was fully oiled. Okay. He was whipping everybody up. Man. Colin.
I'm so happy it doesn't even matter. Like, now I can pick Northern Forces every week and not be upset about it. Everybody be like, why are you picking them? They beat PK 3-0.
They beat PK, right? Like, what you mean why I ain't picking them? They beat PK. What you talking about?
Can't wait to pick them into Sunday. Can't wait to pick them more than I pick, other squads that don't make it to Sunday.
You know what? Northern Forces, they got a lot of new fans after today. A lot of new fans after today. When I'll be honest with you, I looked at the match lineup and I was like, I know how that one's gonna go. Boy, was I wrong.
I went with my gut. The Knights have played superbly well. And I thought the Knights would just continue to play that well.
They looked so good yesterday against E-United. How you look that good yesterday against E-United, but you come out here and get your ass kicked? Like, what?
I should have.
Like, you 3-0 in the league.
I should have just kept being belligerent. When people yell at me for just picking people because they're my favorites, I should have just continued to be belligerent.
You should have did that. Yo, you should have. You got to always stay on brand, Colin. This is a valuable lesson because you may find moments like these. Okay? That's why I'm the Swami, okay? That's why I can continue to be the Swami. All right? Because I predict stuff like this, but I couldn't have predicted this. And that's how amazing this victory was.
Like, this wasn't even kosher for me. Like, I can't even eat this now.
Oh, not at all. That was filthy.
Oh man.
Here we go. Northern Forces coming out on top. You know what? That series ended so quick. We maybe even watch that second series.
No, because we're not watching E-United. I think E-United was quicker than this one.
Was E-United quicker than this one? I don't know, man.
Are we getting to go in?
Yeah.
Let's go!
Oh, we can see. Yo, Northern Forces beat PK quicker than E-United could have beat Digital Slayers. E United up 2-0 in the series. Digital Slayers giving them a run for their money.
I cannot believe that my main man Cellz respected our time more than all of E United. By himself, respected our time
right?
more than E United.
Oh man, you know, shout out to Northern Forces on that victory. All right, you know, maybe they needed 242 on the side of E United as they're looking to close out this round. And that's gonna, E United down in this map. Hold up, wait a minute. We may see a map 4.
Put some stank in it.
We may see a map 4. I don't know. We're gonna see. I know Rising Pioneers, they waiting to go. We're gonna
just waiting. They gotta wait in the wings a little bit longer. They gotta stay in the locker room a little bit longer.
Yeah, you know, honestly, Northern Forces beat PK so fast. I don't think it's their match time yet. You know what I'm saying? Now, sniper being placed. Okay, we got some shot grenades on the map. I think we did see the upper secondaries being built up fully as well. Digital Slayers looking to get a map up against E United. Some smokes in the middle. Knockclaw gets in with these. A defensive flash didn't connect on TJ. TJ walks in. He gets some help from Powers. The help doesn't come in. Soulfuls gets the double. Almost gets the double. He had some great shots in on Powers, but he resets the fight. Checks his left. He's trying to fake him a little bit, but that move was a little slow. Tried to fake him a little bit. E United trying to play for the triple cap. Soulful's not taking the bait. You see how he holds his ground in the mid-map? He forces 2 players to come clear him, but by forcing 2 players to do that, that allows his team to get their home hill back.
But what Dyslexic has done now after getting that kill and rotating back to E as quickly as he has is given them a chance to actually play defense here for longer than just, you know, a half a second.
Yo, Kenny went from 101 channel K points to 1.1 million. What the hell?
What the hell?
He went from 100K to 1 million channel points. Oh my God. Oh my. That is sick. Anywho, can I be quiet now, Colin? You've been quiet. You take over, dude.
All right, I'll take over. Ladies and gentlemen, Blaze wants to be quiet for a hot minute, so you're going to have to deal with me, Dyslexic, and the rest of you United getting this cap off, getting this round win, making it 4-4, trying to get it to a map of, well, no more maps. They want to win this year. I believe they're up 2-0 in maps. They're tied now 4-4. And with that, they could settle it in. Let's get into the final weapon placements for both squads. Taking a look at the overlook for just a moment. Sniper being hovered over by E United, and now they will place down probably a little bit of a timer, maybe a block. Are we going to see the block here on the incendiary?
I think that...
Indeed, we will see the block.
But do you get the counter block? You got to, right? Like, it's not even a question at that point. You don't want to, you know, give your opponent a free incendiary. Okay. Soulfus has been playing this mid-map very well. With the front spine. That's a good smoke off the start. He took probably a little bit more damage than he wanted to. But he has to help. He got some pressure from player 2. Demise checking up in his fight right away, but Rapids pushes him down the stairs.
That's the best answer back, to be honest, because you put pressure over there, and the fact that now they have to worry about that 1v1 being lost. So they can't just come out of the overlook and go back to their side of the map. They go back to their side of the map with the 1v1 being lost, and now they don't have anybody to kind of protect them through the middle.
Yeah, they don't. Now, you're going to see the quick meat shield grab. Soulfus going to start rotating around back you. He's going to get some help soon. Powers in a 1v1 on his side of the map. Rapids holds him up a little bit, but he held up the fight long enough for his team to capture E-Hill and get set up. Now they got to get across towards the home hill. Toxic's going to need some help soon. Rapids coming off the respawn right now. This is a great rotation from Soulfus. He misses the body shot, a crucial one. He misses the second one, but he's going to join with his team. I like the angle that he took to get in the fight somehow, some way. There's the knock. Another down coming in, but no pressure off the top. No kills confirmed just yet. Digital Slayers, they're not panicking just yet, though. They're taking their time. A body shot, a cleanup, A win from Powers, a cleanup again. Toxic trapped in the corner. And it's going to be E United winning a huge fight. The most important 1v1 for Digital Slayers. It is won by TJ. E United closes out this series in a 3-0 fashion. It was looking close from Digital Slayers, but as soon as E United got on camera, they says, "Oh snaps! Hold up! Everybody watching, finish it off." You know, they had to pull up their pants a little bit. You know,
that doesn't bother me one bit because again, Escalation can be very much about winning the initials, winning that secondary fight, and trying to put pressure on your opponent. Whereas Control Execution is very much about a singular fight, and then it's just that over rotation of the inside the shoddy lobby circle, as I would like to call it sometimes. So I think that even though they drop a few rounds here, that doesn't worry me as much. E United, though, does need to start cleaning things up. They've been playing that very loose, very hang 10 style for a couple of weeks now, and I just don't think it's necessarily what's going to serve them best in the long run. They played it all major long, got them into grand finals, but the way Rise played, very team-oriented, willing to roll back, willing to play for each other, that's what win you championships. That's what the Pioneers have used many majors in a row. That's what Rise won to win this last one. So I think E United needs to find that secondary step.
Yeah, okay. Hey, and we know that we've seen that secondary step before, okay? We've seen multiple steps from them and multiple gears in which they can shift into, but, you know, they're going to have to get out of gear 2 and, you know, head into 3, 4, and 5. But E United, they'll close that series out 3-0 nonetheless, and, you know, they took a little bit longer than Northern Forces. Come on, E United, you got to get faster than that, all right? You know, that's how they kind of showed y'all how to get it done from yesterday. But, you know, maybe a little bit too soon on that one.
They showed you how to respect the time.
There you go. And one thing that can't come soon enough, it's our next series. Rise going up against the Pioneers. Only 2 teams remain undefeated in the league. Let's find out who's going to be atop of the throne after this one.